Hi, this is Paul Secor. I'm the Executive Director for the American Society for Gravitational and Space Research. And with me today is one of our gold sponsors for the 2022 ASGSR conference in Houston, which is Tec-Masters. And representing Tec-Masters is Mr. Chris Butler. Chris, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Well, it's great. I know Tec-Masters has been a longtime supporter of ASGSR. I know a lot of people know about your company, but tell us a little bit about what Tec-Masters is and what it does.
Okay. So we're a small engineering firm here in Huntsville, Alabama. We support the Marshall I can't even say it, Space Flight Center here at NASA. We have been supporting them for well over 20 years. We build experiments for space station. We actually built the very first two experiments that went into the Microgravity Science Glovebox back in 2002. So we have quite a bit of knowledge about how to build experiments and operate them on space station.
Wow. So you're right on the cutting edge of microgravity research, I guess, huh?
Yes, and we support all kinds of different scientists and things. The other thing that we also do is we support two facilities that are actually on space station. We integrate the payloads into those facilities on space station. It's the Microgravity Science Glovebox and the Life Sciences Glovebox, and so we've been doing that for well over 20 years also.
Okay. Now you mentioned that you say you've been in business over a couple of decades there. So I'm sure a lot of people go, "Oh yeah, I know Tec-Masters." What is something that people might not know about your company that's kind of interesting, do you think?
So not only do we support NASA on integrating the payloads, but we build payloads themselves. And so what we are doing right now is we have built a new experiment. It's a payload facility that actually fits into the MSG. It supports a wide variety of different payloads. And that's kind of what we're promoting today is that we want to show everybody that we have the possibility of supporting any kind of science in this versatile box that we're bringing to ASGSR.
Okay, so in this case, it's not think outside the box, but think inside the box, right?
That's correct.
All right.
Exactly right.
So your company has been a longtime supporter of ASGSR, been at several annual meetings. You know, why is it important for you to be a member of ASGSR and to be involved in these meetings? What do you get out of it as a company?
So I think the biggest thing that we get out of this is that we want to support the scientists. We want to sit down with scientists, get their understandings of what they're looking to do. We build hardware to actually send to space station to support those different types of scientists. Um, we do all a wide variety of different kinds of science that we support. So it's really about the success of the science that we're looking to do on space station.
Okay. So meet more scientists and kind of empower them.
Yes.
All right. So when you look at the attendees at the conference, we have a really wide range. You know, students. We have representatives from government, from NASA. We have fellow industry members. When someone comes up to your booth, who are you looking to connect with, and what might be some common connection points that people might want to stop by to discuss?
Yeah. So the first thing, like I said, we are looking to support NASA with our new facility, and we're looking to connect with those scientists to explain to them that we can build hardware and we can support them on a wide variety of different types of sciences that are supported on space station. We love to talk to people that are still in the academic world. We like to show them that the different things that are actually happening on space station because we see it from both sides. Not only are we building this hardware, but we're also supporting NASA on these experiments. So we can explain to them a little bit what the processes are and how to get a payload onto space station, and help them through the process because getting a payload into NASA and getting it through all the different hoops that you got to jump through is something that we are very familiar with, not only from building the hardware, but integrating and testing the hardware and making sure that everything is very successful.
Yeah, that's a great point. And I guess that even applies as we move into the commercial world, right, to the CLDs. NASA is still going to be one of the processing kind of entities in terms of the logistics and paperwork. So I guess that applies to that industry as well. Is that true?
Yes, it's very true. What we're seeing even in the future is that the lessons learned that we have done with space station is going to go into the commercial world. So even though that we're just building hardware also, but we're also supporting NASA to show that that integration process is going to move over into the commercial world. Um, we're seeing a lot of that lately, and we know that there's a lot of talk in the backgrounds about different things that are going on that could possibly be moved from space station to other facilities. And we have a lot of knowledge here at our group about not only building the payloads, but integrating the payloads and making sure that everything's successful, like I've been saying. So.
All right. So it sounds like, hey, if you have a chance, people should stop by your booth and kind of pick your brain because you've been through this, you've done it, you've been there, and you can help guide them through.
Yeah, and there's a lot of knowledge that we have on, do's and don'ts on things and to get through the process. A lot of lessons learned, a lot of things that we can help scientists, specifically scientists, develop and might be able to save them some money of hardware that's already built and they can utilize. So yeah, there's a lot of knowledge there that we can help just about anybody.
Great point. Well, we covered a lot in just a very short period of time. Is there anything else you'd like to mention about Tec-Masters that you want people to know about?
Well, yeah, this new experiment, this facility that we're building, we are about to launch this experiment next year. So we're going to have our first run next year, and we have a follow-on experiment that runs in this facility also. This facility is very versatile. It can do all kinds of physical science payloads that we're looking for in the future. And the last thing is we do have a ground unit here on the ground. So once we get that facility up and running on space station, we can bring in new payloads here at Tec-Masters and test them on the ground and make sure that they're completely ready to run before they launch. So yeah, we're very excited about this new piece of hardware, and we think it's going to be a very big asset to NASA.
Excellent. Now, are you going to have any of this on demonstration at the conference, or is it not suitable?
Yes. So we are actually going to bring a ground unit with us, and we will be able to show, and we can actually power it up from there. And show the capabilities of what types of scientists could actually utilize this piece of hardware.
Oh, this is great. All right. So now
Yep.
you got me intrigued. So now I'm making a note of all the questions I want to ask and kind of like technology that I want to see. So that's definitely on my list.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Chris. It's been really informative, and we can't wait to see you in Houston. And again, thank you so much for being a sponsor of ASGSR. We really appreciate it.
Thank you. And tell everybody come see us because, yeah, we love to talk to people and answer questions.
All right. Sounds good. We'll see you in Houston.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much.